One match, one show, $75. Up for who wants it. A best of 5 series, NIRV Esports brings out their best. And it's all here on the Sportiest stream. Welcome in, everybody. It's nice to see you. My name's SportyFC. And yes, you heard it correct. $75 prize pool here for whatever team can take it in this best of 5 show match here. Stingyats, Ruinators, a mismatch of different teams and different players, all under NIRV Esports. Here tonight's a big series here, and how these players even came to be was through their 6-man's events. So if you want in for what could be future NIRV Esports events, join in with their 6-mans. That will definitely help them here as being these teams in as again a big match coming up here. Stingyats, Ruinators, NIRV Esports. Who could have expected this incredible line upside? And what's even crazy is we've seen Saturn Pizza on the stream before. We've seen Saturn Pizza on the stream before, since he is actually the one who leads all the operations for NIRV CAD, who I have been on the stream before, or NIRV CAD, another name, heard both, on this stream before. And I see him again here, but this time, a little bit of a cash prize up for whoever can take it, $75 to the winner. Again, these are some of the best players in their 6-man's events, so get them all here on stream tonight. That's gonna be, should be a good match for them. Again, only a best of 5, so you just gotta win this match, take the whole thing. All $75 goes to you. So you talk about, a big, a pretty nice sized prize pool. This is a pretty nice sized prize pool for any tournament organizer, any small event like this. Again, it's a show match, so it's gonna be quick. Best of 5, you gotta come out and bring your best, and we'll see who can do it here. Stingyats presented by Stingray, Oak Kicker, and Saturn Pizza on the other side. The Ruinators with Ruin, Nyx, and Ren. So again, a good many players all under that NIRV Esports banner. Running in momentarily, and this is our only match here as well. So that's it. There's no other matches after this. This is the match that determines everything. That prize pool will be given out to the winners. So today they gotta bring their best. It's a good amount of money on the line for these players, and I mean, you've already worked so hard in the 6-man's events, and you're being given this opportunity to take home some prizing for that. And there's I can't think of a better way to do it than just through these incredible opportunities. Wait on these teams to on in again. Oh, I love these teams as well. These players had some time to make some fun team names, so. And I do love that it's all animal themed as well. These Stingyats have a dog, and Ruinators have a donkey, so I love that these players decided to have a little fun with this, because what's Rocket League without a little bit of fun? As Stingray is number 1. I'm not surprised. Stingray is the best player leading up. By the way, in chat there is Physics. Welcome in, Physics. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. I know you'll be watching this intently. I know you're the one who organized this, so shout out to Physics. As again, to NIRV Esports, for showing support. If you guys want to show support, you should. NIRV Esports is a great place, so definitely be supportive here. Here's poll again, is live here. Stingyats or the Ruinators. Again, these are not known teams, so it's gonna be fun. But what's so nice about this is that there's again some solid players, and again I expect this match to be pretty exciting through and through as well. These players in the lobby shortly here. Part of the NIRV Esports leaderboards and rankings. Just again, as soon as these teams are both in, it'll be good to get things going. Again, so far, just trying to get these players in. I apologize on that, but again, after 20 matches, after again a long 6-man's battle, just to get to this point to be in the top 6. You would expect the Stingyats again with that number 1 overall player in Stingray. You have that slight advantage in this matchup, but again, it's just like anything with 6-mans. A lot of this comes down to learning, being able to adapt quickly, and so it's not really that favors higher ranked players, but really it just favors whoever can adapt the best, and that can come at many shapes and forms and at various different levels. Often it's not the highest ranked players that win your 6-man matches, it's your lowest ranked players. Who's your weakest player? Who's the player that's not playing the best? That's the player that usually determines things. If they're playing well, your team will succeed. If they don't, That's where problems can happen. And we'll get these players in hopefully as soon as we can here. And here they are, a best of 5 matchup. As I've already said, $75 on the line for who wants it. Stingyats, Stingray, O-Kicker, and Saturn Pizza on the blue. Ruinators with Nick, Ren, and Ruin on the orange. And a best of 5 matchup. Again, the prize pool only to the winners, so there's no second place award. It all comes down to this. Months of work. The 6-man's lobbies have been stacked with many talented players. This is where things will all come to an end as Ruinators with that early aggression looking for the play on the field. A little bit of mechanics from Ruin, but it will be Stingyats to clear this one out. And Ruinators so far bring the early aggression, but so often you're going to see these teams, you know, rely a lot on being able to rotate and, again, being able to adapt. And I see a good amount of double commits, a good amount of errors and mistouches. Again, a lot of these players don't know each other nearly as well as they would be if they were on a team together. A lot of this is just going to be coming down to knowing who you're with and knowing the competition you're up against. The nice thing is, most of these players are, you know, some of the most active players in the 6-man's events. So the nice thing is, a lot of these players do know each other, but it doesn't make things any more difficult. So miss there, Stingray won't put it on, but really responses here from the Stingyats, and they're getting closer and closer to that net. The Ruinators will keep it out here as Ruin, the namesake, off the back wall in front, but it will be Saturn Pizza to clear, and all going right back to the Stingyats. Still no goals, but you feel like plays are going to come soon as Stingray nearly was able to get the fake there with the Ruinators. Again, it's Ruin who's leading this team as that kind of de facto captain. Another big defensive stop as the Ruinators, again, trying to break through. They're playing a lot more aggressively right now, but it is leaving some openings in the backfield if they don't score and they don't keep that ball, and often they don't. Yeah, a lot of what the Stingyats are doing is just waiting on getting counterattacks, and just no likelihood is doing that as an infield pass. The Knicks will find the nets, and it will be the Ruinators, off of all of this offensive pressure, who will score first. Just a little deke there from Ren. A great beat on that last defender. It is goal 1 for the Ruinators. As Stingyats look to answer back with Saturn Pizza. Off the kickoff, looking for O-Kicker, and that one actually had a chance on net. The Ruinators were not covering it very well. We'll stay away here. Stingyats will have to try something else. As Ruinators, 1-0 lead, can hold this for the rest of this game if they really do feel like it. So often in 6-mans, again, teams just aren't fully brought up. Generally leads to a good amount of goals that come really out of nowhere. And a good amount of mechanical solo plays, which are also quite fun to watch. The fun thing about these kind of show matches, you get to see a lot of players kind of try to do their own kind of solo things. You get to see a lot of players step up as a defiance with the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the British stream here in time here for a $75 show match between the Stingyats and Ruinators, sponsored by NIRV Esports. And now the Ruinators nearly own gold there and have a 1-goal lead, looking to hold on to it here. Stingyats looking to go right back. Stingray has a great first touch. Ren will be there in time, but Nyx on low boost will have Ruin to clear it out, and it will be the Ruinators who will send this ball away and look to keep things going here. As Nyx, long clear. Saturn Pizza so far for the Stingyats. And for the Ruinators, it has just been a lot of not taking too many chances, not playing too aggressively. Again, you get a sense of both these sides are trying to play a bit cautiously. They both realize how important this matchup really is, as Stingray will drop it under the crossbar. What a flick. He goes high with it, but he stays net with it anyways, and being the #1 ranked player coming into this matchup, any shot is doable for him to score off of. That just means this game will continue onward. As Ruin, the back wall, kept in by O-Kicker as a dunk on Nyx will help him out. Still the pressure mounting here for the Ruinators as they'll have looked more likely to be the ones to get the offense first. They've been the more aggressive team. They've been the team that's pushed up a lot further. really does feel like, again, the Stingyats are waiting a lot on defense to play to come to them. And well, again, this game is tied. They've done well at keeping things close. I do worry because that offensive attitude from Ruinators will definitely be helpful in an overtime situation. Just being that more confident side so often carries over into these big goal-scoring moments, and the Stingyats, they're going to need to find some offense, some space to really work with, because it is no easy feat. Getting down the field as O-Kicker in the midfield gets past one, but Ruin will be there, and will still be the Ruinators who are going to keep the ball as Ruin gets past Stingray. Ren now next to it. Less than 30 seconds to go. Ren looking for a quick one off the back wall. No second touch. Saturn Pizza has whiffed, but it will still be away as a Stingray touch will keep the Stingyats away from danger for now. And a pass downfield. Saturn Pizza looking for O-Kicker. The Ruinators will clear it out, and game one staying tied at 0 seconds. The Stingyats will look for one more chance. It's O-Kicker next to clear it away, and that's will head to the ground for overtime. Game one going to golden goal scenario. As Ruinators looking to take a quick one. Ruin! Oh, he's done a 1v3! A way to win game one right off the kickoff. Ruin takes matters into his own hands. Over 1, over 2, under the third. And the Ruinators, who scored first in this game, will also be the ones to score last and start the series in their favor. The NIRV Esports $75 Showmatch as the Ruinators will be off to the quick start. Don't count them out. Still a lot more action to come here in this series. What a game one that was. A good start for the Ruinators, albeit again, it felt like they're the more confident team throughout that game. Again, you got that sense that they never really wanted to ever leave when it came to getting to offense. They always wanted to create the opportunities themselves. There's going to be a lot more pressure on them to continue that, because the Stingyats, again, have not only had a great game one, but they can definitely improve in game two. It just feels like it's a matter of time before these teams really start to lock down and really start to get used to each other. But game one will go to the Ruinators. With it being a best of 5 series, they're one game closer to taking that prize pool, and they're going to start off well here in game two. They only need 15 seconds for that chance, but it's Ren with a double tap off the corner, finding Nix waiting in the midfield. And the Ruinators will score once again, take the early lead, and put the pressure on the Stingyats. Would only make things tougher for the Stingyats if the Ruinators somehow manage to get triple match points. You really put the pressure on your opposition that way. It's just so difficult to win 3 games in a row. Stingyats definitely don't want to be in that kind of position. It really does feel like this game 2 is going to be a huge proving point for them. Right now, what they're proving is they can play more and more defense. Need to get upfield, and maybe this will do it. Saturn Pizza, the pickpocket, and he'll find the back of the net. The Stingyats score and tie this game at 1. Touch in the midfield from Ren, and he pumped out Nix. It was actually not a very good shot from Saturn Pizza, but the team bump from the Ruinators sealed that goal. The Stingyats will take any goal they'll take any chance they can get. Now, this game they have not been the more aggressive side, as Nix off the kickoff, just wide of the net as he went for that ceiling shot. As I've said already, these kind of matchups make for some really fun solo opportunities, some really heavy uses of solo plays. You're going to see a lot more of it from these sides, but more and more we're seeing those team additions, those workarounds, those assists, and those and that chemistry. Again, these players, for the most part, do recognize each other. I cannot let that leave as Ruin to shoot it! And he's got the win on that challenge, and the Ruinators will take the lead again. That's just great pacing from Ren and Ruin there, as the Stingyats hesitated far too often. Actually, it was not even one player in Saturn Pizza. It was Stingray too, who just waited for the play to be perfect for them. You can't do that on defense. You have to challenge. It's hard to... waiting and being patient on defense is one thing, but if you do it too often, it becomes quite a danger. As the Ruinators take the lead again. The Stingyats look to close this one down as quickly as it came. Infield, Nyx and Ren will both be up for it. Now Nyx will go for it himself. The Ruinators gonna break out, but they won't get chances here. Stingyats as a team pushing the other way. Ruin. Bill watches. Kicker will have it, and this ball is going to head a little wide of the net with that challenge by Nyx. The Ruinators playing a lot more defense. You can see the Stingyats taking this ball to the air. A lot of what they're trying to do here is just take the boost away from the Ruinators, really make them struggle to jump for some of these plays. We're seeing it work here. A lot of these players on the Ruinators left on low boost totals as an own goal from Ruin. That's going to hurt them as the Ruinators could not hold on forever. And Ruin there just pushed a little too far to net. He knew Stingray had that second touch. It will fall away for them. Tied up once again. The Stingyats always finding a way to answer, but can they take the lead? That's going to be a real question for Stingyats, because so far they have struggled whenever games are tied like this, whenever things are looking a little bit more positive for themselves. It feels like it gives the Ruinators even more chance to score right back, but they may not get the chance here as another own goal, this time from Ren. And the Stingyats, with what was actually surprisingly a very open play for the Kicker, and some bad miscommunication. It looked like Ren and Ruin both wanted to challenge that one. The ball just fell away. As the Stingyats will advance a goal for the first time in the series. They have a lead in one of these games. And again, their hopes looking more and more up here as the Ruinators, as a team, struggling a little bit more on keeping strong rotation. So often we're seeing Ren and Ruin in the exact same position, but wait a second, hold your horses. Nyx has found an open net, and the Ruinators will cut off that play from Stingyats as a whiff from Kicker, and as NIRV Esports Showmatch has gone very intense here in Game 2. With a little over 2 minutes to go, we're seeing a plethora of goals so far, with more sure to come. It's going to come down a lot to which team really finds this opening, which team is able to really make the other awkward, really force those double commits. As maybe it's going to be the Stingyats. But Nyx will be there with low boost. He'll find enough to clear it out. Although it goes straight to Stingray, and he's got the dribble. Stingray, flip reset, going for the ground pinch! Stingray! Absolute ingenuity! The Stingyats relying on their captain, and for very good reason. Beautiful creativity! Right on the fly, the Stingyats take the lead again from Stingray himself. What a way to take a lead. I've already mentioned it. We're going to see a good amount of solo efforts. And that one might be on the highlight reel after this series. The Stingyats. A beautiful ground pitch. Stingray looking to keep doing it here with a musty flick. But it will go away. Kicker. In midfield, Nyx will clear it out. Stingray. Either way, second touch will keep this ball high, but Ruin will intercept. The Ruinators. Less than 60 seconds now to tie this game up, but this may be their chance. Kicker's whiffed, run off a back wall. Saturn Pizza will keep it out for now, but Ruinators have another chance here with Ruin. Kicker will be there first. Stingray with 70 boost, surely it's enough to keep the ball out, but not easily with Ren. Wide Nyx! And it's tied again! The Ruinators score off of an errant mistake from Stingray. And a whiff from Saturn Pizza. They claw their way back. They fight with every inch of energy they have. And this game, with 8 goals combined from these sides, is only getting better by the second. The Ruinators always feels like they have great opportunities in front of them. I've really said that about both these sides this game. Unlike Game 1, we're seeing these teams push a lot more out of defense, a lot more out of their shell. They're willing to take risks. They're willing to push up more aggressively. You're seeing a lot more goals as a result. As the Ruinators I take this game before we head to 0 seconds, and before we would head to maybe our second overtime of the series. But Stingyats the other way! That one saved by Ruin. In this game, heading to the final seconds, Ruinators will not even take that chance. They didn't like the look of it. And we're going to our second overtime in a row here. Ruinators took the last one 8 seconds in off the kickoff. I don't expect that we're going to see that happen again here, but I just feel like the Ruinators being the ones that just scored for every reason to come back as quickly as Ruin. Tried to get the fake there, but he does force 2 players on the Stingyats to challenge, although it won't work in his benefit. As Ruin again. Doing it all himself. Off to the ceiling. Second touch. Stingray stopping in front for Ren. And the Ruinators are going to match point. Another quick overtime. Ended by a solo play created opportunity. And it's the Ruinators once again who pull out on top. And now only are 1 game away from taking the series and taking the $75 prize pool. A potential for a field sweep here. The Ruinators just a little bit better right now. A lot of it is coming off of the many shots they have. Every game's been so close. I really feel like it's one of those things where if just a few things changed, Stingyats could have easily been 2-0 in the series. That's how close it has felt. As we'll move into game number 3 here. A chance for the Ruinators to take the series. For the Stingyats, this match, that $75 prize pool, is fading away for them. This is where they've got to prove once and for all they do deserve a shout in the series. Right now, they've just been a little bit weaker, a little bit worse. And the Ruinators look to start it off again. The ball will be directed wide as Nix off the corner. Kicker won't have it. This one falling in front. And 2 will commit for the Stingyats, but it is on the pursuit of preventing a goal there. They won't mind doing that as so long as their defense stays locked tight. Which so far this game it has. Albeit not very convincingly at times. As Ruin going to clear this ball away. Great second touch. Stingray will be up to it again. Saturn Pizza with a challenge off the back wall. Stingray nearly had the win there. Saturn Pizza will also be saved by Nix as he'll get removed out of the play. And the Ruinators are panicking at this point. Saturn Pizza won't go for the shot there. Was looking instead across for Stingray, but will not find his teammate as the Ruinators up again. Ruin infield. Kicker will send it out. This play will fall for the Ruinators' path as Ren just enough to get past 1 player. Ruin with a fake, waiting. Ruin baiting an kicker, but it's again Stingray who will be there behind his team to support their plays and to provide them some relief. And again, he has really prevented this game from getting a lot worse, but he won't stop that one from Ruin. The Ruinators break down the front door, and Ruin comes in barging. A strike to pierce to the Stingyats defense. The Ruinators looking to take this series quickly. Will be the Stingyats. Still have every reason to come back in this game. Again, every game so far has gone to overtime. Has been that close. And they just do a little bit better this time. Getting the opportunities, getting a little bit more team involvement. We know how good their offense can be from what we saw last game. They do it here with a little bit more, a little bit more refinement. Ruinators look to prevent that as Ren, flip reset, does get the bump, and it's going to leave Ruin to shoot, but Stingray will wait there in time. Another play where he's just right behind his defense and is solidifying that backline. Again, preventing this game from getting a lot worse for the Stingyats. But it does mean he's going to rely a lot more on his teammates to get that ball upfield, and so far, we haven't seen too much of that. But kicker, a dribble, one-on-one with Ruin, and it will be deflected wide with that 50-50. Ruinators will look again. Ren, a great dribble, flip reset, Ruin going to net. Dribble commit from the Stingyats, but the ball will be wide, and they're going to put in a good enough challenge that that ball will stay away. Halfway through game 3, only a 1-goal scoreline here for the Ruinators. Still looking for goal 2. It feels like it's likely for them to get that chance after a few more opportunities, just getting a little bit close to that net. Stingyats have defied everything the Ruinators have done so far, but they haven't kept them out. A second touch there from Nyx, just wide. The Ruinators will have to go again with Ruin. Veteran Pizza, though, off the corner. Out to Oak Kicker, to the back wall. Second touch won't come, but Saturn Pizza that shoots. And this one cleared away by Nyx. Ruinators, closer and closer. Must-see flick from Ruin. Oak Kicker will be there. The Ruinators, if they're the ones to score next, that might just remove all the momentum for the Stingyats. But here's a chance for Stingray. Open in front. Oak Kicker to jump, but it will be Ruin to block him. And the Stingyats will have to search again. A breakdown from the midfield from the Ruinators. Stingyats still searching, but once again, they just aren't winning these challenges in the air. The Ruinators keeping them away. Ren calls his own shots, but Oak Kicker will keep him out. And at this point for the Ruinators, it feels like they're more just wasting time, getting challenges, keeping the ball away as another ground pinch. Ruin! Oh, that's amazing! You maybe couldn't get it perfectly, but again, they're utilizing the fakes, the misdirection. And the Ruinators, a little bit of insurance here in game number 3 on match point. Ren looking for another one, foot reset. Won't get the second one, however. And the Stingyats will send it out. Where's that answer from the Stingyats? Scoreless the entirety of this game so far. Have the Ruinators taken everything away from them. Ruin wants another goal, and he will get it. And for the Stingyats, it feels like all momentum is gone. All confidence is gone as well. Ruin leading the charge for the Ruinators. Looking to march his way down. Taking this series. Stingyats, still 30 seconds left. If there's any time for a comeback, this would be it. Stingray for Oak Kicker. That one high, but Ruin again just waiting there. They'll keep it out as Stingray back into the offense. The Stingyats looking to challenge again with Saturn Pizza. Nyx, another clear. The Ruinators wasting time. Ruin looking for another goal. He's already got all 3. Looking for number 4, but Saturn Pizza will stop him. Nyx will shoot, but Oak Kicker will keep it out. But time will run out for the Stingyats. The Ruinators will take the series in a field sweep and will take the $75 prize pool for their own. The Stingyats have been defeated in 3 quick games, but let me tell you, this one was a lot closer than it looked on the scoreboard. Those first 2 games, both going to overtime, it really felt like if a few things changed here, the Ruinators would have been in a much tougher position. But for them, they don't have to worry about that. They can celebrate here. The prize pool is theirs. The win is theirs. And so is everything about that 6-man's matchup. What a series that was. 3 games. May have been quick, but it was definitely competitive for all that it was worth. The Ruinators. Again, must be pretty joyous. Again, after months of work in those 6-man servers to get rewarded at the end of it. Must be such a feel-good feeling. No easy place to be when it comes to matches like this. Especially again with that prize pool. So often we see players get so nervous. But we'll get the players in. I think we're going to get Ruin here for a little interview, just because, why not? We might as well get a post-game presser because of how good this series was. I will talk with the Ruinators captain himself. As here he is, joining us now. Ruin, the $75 show match is over. You guys take the win after, you know, so much work on the 6-man server. How does it feel to finally be rewarded for it?
Hey man, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Somewhat smoother than I expected.
It definitely was. Stingray, you know, has been touted as being one of those players that you really cannot mess around with. And he definitely looks all that game, but you really stepped up for your team here. A true captain's effort. What about this series, do you think, at least for you guys, made it where you guys were able to take every single game, even if it got close at some points?
I think it's just the pressure we had as a team, mainly.
Yeah, maybe
That's
can
honestly
you
about it. Yeah,
elaborate a little bit more? What about that pressure for you guys? Was there something specific you guys were going for, or is it just like kind of a natural you guys kind of clicked together nicely?
just kind of make sure you cover each other. Go back, rotate, just simple stuff. Honestly, throw shots on the net.
Yeah, but even so, those first two games both went to OT. This series could have been very different had you guys not played as well as you did. And with those OTs coming in, did you guys feel any sort of nerves in those OTs? Because it's so weird in this position because it's a match with players that you may not be completely familiar with. But did you ever feel nervous? When you went to those overtimes, especially in that second game with how many goals were being scored at a time.
Yeah, definitely nerve wracking. Definitely. Pretty close series overall. I'm just glad we won them.
Hey, you must be again a big point for you guys. A must be again a amazing feeling as well because again it's one of those situations where you know again you maybe didn't expect this kind of situation, but you have to get kind of used to it very quickly. You had to get kind of prepared for this matchup, and you do take that win again with the six-man server and what it's like, and getting to know a lot of these players in these six-man matches. What is it like to play with them, compete with it for a prize pool? Because it must be a very unique feeling.
Yeah, no, that's definitely new. I never really played with those two on my team before, so I had to like kind of play around them and stuff. It was pretty fun experience though, overall, I
It
would
must
say.
Yeah, it must be in with that prize pool going to you guys. I'm sure you guys are gonna split that around with each other.
Yeah.
Continuing your work in the NIRV Esports six-man server. Again, congratulations though on your win here for the Ruinators. Thank you for joining in, Ruin. Before you go though, any shoutouts, any last things you want to say? I'm sure you have a lot of shoutouts to say because this prize pool was a long time coming. You've had to play a lot of six-man matches to get here.
Yeah. I saw most of the majority vote on the other team. They're all haters, you know what I'm saying? We always win these. We always win these. That's all I gotta say.
Well, again, thank you so much for joining Ruin here out of the Ruinators. A field sweep to take home that $75 prize pool here. Congratulations on your win. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hopefully, we'll see you here again very soon. Have a great night.
Alright, see ya.
Again, that was Ruin there out of the Ruinators, again, winning that match and also calling out all the people who voted against him. But for them, a big win, a fun win here. Definitely, again, a win that they're going to be exceptionally happy with, and for good reason. Why wouldn't you be happy with a win like that, especially again after so much work in that six-man server? This is our only match tonight, so again, just a good feeling tonight. I'm exceptionally happy to have it. Shoutouts to NIRV Esports, NIRV Esports for setting this up. Shout out specifically to Physics who set this thing up. This match was definitely worth it to stream, and I'm so happy that to get to see these players play. Hopefully, I'll get more out of this org on this stream in the future. But for now, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the stream. We're gonna rate this one over, but again, thank you so much for joining. We'll be live again soon. But for now, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining the Sportiest stream.